Hello, friends. Good evening. Good evening, friends. Rani, Edward. Good evening. Kanchala, Utkarsh, Brajneet. Good evening. Good evening, friends. Good evening, all of you. Am I clearly visible and audible to all of you? Please quickly confirm if I'm clearly visible and audible. Everything good? Hi, everyone. Aishwarya, Saksham, Vaibhav, Muni, Austin, Vanjanathan, Sanjal. Hello, everyone. Sharmila, Arti, hello. So some students have already confirmed that my voice is clear and I'm also clearly visible to all of you. So friends, welcome back once again in our fourth session of quantitative ability for the preparation of CSAT 2024. Now, previously, out of these topics, we have already covered. Yes, so can I say that we have already covered first 11 topics? Right? So almost half of the things are done, and the other half of the topics is remaining. Mishra, we were expecting the notification to be out by today. Yesterday, I was speaking to one of my friends, so I think like the notification is out. Yes. So Rani, yes, it's Rani is saying that the notification is out. So right now, I don't have any confirmation about that, but yes, it has to come today only. All right. Okay. So friends, today's agenda will be number 12, number 13, number 14, number 15. Okay. And if we will have time, if he we will have time after these four topics, then we will be covering up simple equations and problems on ages. Now, simple equations and problems on ages, they are similar things. Okay, right? Yes. So Ayush is also confirming that the notification is out. So notification for our examination. Yes. Asha, what is your question? Please, can you ask again? Okay, you are asking which book should I need to do revision? Uh, Asha, there are so many books which are available in the market. So, like, I will not be able to name any particular author, but there are plenty of books which are available. Okay, so you can pick up any book. Every study material is absolutely same, right? Yes, Asha, you can take that book. All right. All right. So, friends, let's focus on today's agenda. So, like I told you that today we will be covering number 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay. So, these are the four things which we'll be covering. And if the time will permit, we'll be taking on simple equations and problem on ages in this lecture. All right. Now, our first topic for the day is time and work. Now, the topics that we are going to take on today, all these topics are very simple, okay? And yes, you can expect some questions from these topics definitely. Now, time and work. Now, the first two topics that we are going to do, time and work and pipes and cisterns. So, these two topics are interrelated with each other. So, time and work and pipes and cisterns, a similar logic, same logic will be applicable in the questions of both these areas. Okay, so let's understand the basic principle behind the questions of time and work. Now, in the question, if it is given that a person A can finish a piece of work in 10 days, in a question, if it is given that a person can finish a piece of work in 10 days, and if we assume that the person is working uniformly on all these days, then what part of the work will he finish in one day? So if he can finish the entire work in 10 days, then what fraction of work he will finish in one day? Absolutely good. Nice. Simple. So if he can finish the entire work in 10 days, then in one day, he will finish 1/10 of the work. So Himlata, yes, you can say that it will be 10%. But Himlata, my question was what fraction of work he can finish in one day? So in terms of fraction, I can say that 1/10 of the work. All right. So A can finish a piece of work in 10 days. Then in one day, the amount of work finished by him will be 1/10. Now, similarly, if another person B can finish the same piece of work in 15 days, then what will be the fraction of work finished by him in one day? What will be his one day work? In the similar manner, it will be 1/15. Okay. So if he can finish the entire work in 15 days, then in one day he will finish 1/15th of the total work. Okay. Now here, the quantity of work is not defined. We don't know what is the quantity of work. So what we can do while solving these questions is we can assume the total amount of work. So you can assume the total amount of work as a variable or as a constant. Okay. Now, generally what we do is we assume the total amount of work as a constant. Okay. So you can assume the total work as one. Total work को one assume कर सकते हैं. All right. Or you can assume the total work a number which is completely divisible by these two numbers. Okay, so can you tell me a number which is completely divisible by 10 and 15? Vanjinathan, listen to the question carefully. I'm not asking a number which completely divides. I'm asking a number which is divisible by both of them. Okay, so number 30 is divisible by 10 as well as 15. So you can assume the total work as 30 or any multiple of 30, that is 60, 90, 120, and so on. All right. Okay. So the question is A can finish a piece of work in 10 days. B can finish the same piece of work in 15 days. Right. Now we know that in one day A can finish 1/10 of the work and B can finish 1/15 of the work. Right. So the question will be in how many days A and B together will finish the piece of work. So if A and B will work together, what will be the number of days taken by them to finish the work? So this is the question. Now I have not explained you anything. I'm giving you 30 seconds. So let's see if anyone can answer this question or not. And then after that, I'll explain the entire logic, how to solve these type of questions. So any answers? Ayush, Pooja, Sneha, Sanjana, wonderful. So a lot of you have already given the answer. Austin, Ayush. Soumya, your answer is 45. Soumya, like apply a logic. A can finish it in 10 days. Now he's taking the help of B. So can I say that? Can I say that now the work will be finished in less than 10 days? Okay. If A alone can finish in 10 days, then if B also helps A, then the work should be finished in less than 10 days, right? So we should be sticking with the logic here. So we know that answer should be less than 10. The number of days should be less than 10. Okay. All right. Now all of you focus here and let's discuss two different methods of doing this question. All of you. Now please maintain silence. Please don't write anything and listen to me for the next 3-4 minutes. Now we are given that A can finish a piece of work in 10 days and B in 15 days. Now there are two different methods to solve the same problem. One is a method in which some fractions will be involved. Another method will be the method in which no fraction will be involved. Okay, now it's totally up to you. Whichever method is comfortable to you, you can use that method. I would suggest you to practice questions using both the methods. Okay, so you must know both the methods because there will be some questions in which the fraction method will be more helpful. Okay, and there will be some questions in which the other method will be helpful. All right, I'll discuss both the methods to start with. Now, the first method is, let's assume that the total work is equal to 1. Okay, the total work is equal to 1. So, 1 day work of A will be 1 by 10. So that means we are given that A can finish 1 unit of work in 10 days. So if A can finish 1 unit of work in 10 days, then the work done by A in 1 day will be 1 by 10. Similarly, work done by B in 1 day will be 1 by 15. All right. Now my question is, if A and B are working together, then in how many days the work will be finished, right? So if A and B are working together, then together in 1 day, the work done by them will be 1 by 10 plus 1 by 15. Okay, now if I'll add these two, 1 by 10 plus 1 by 15, I'll take the LCM. LCM is 30, then 2 plus 3. So it will be 5 upon 30, that is 1 upon 6. Okay. Now A and B together in 1 day can finish 1 by 6 of the total work. Okay. A and B together in 1 day can finish 1 by 6 of the total work. So total number of days required by them to finish the entire work will be how much? If they can finish 1/6 of the work in 1 day, then what will be the total number of days required by them to finish the work? It will be equal to 6 days. Okay, it will be the reciprocal of this number. All right, I'll explain the entire thing once again. Now, given was A can finish a piece of work in 10 days, B can finish the same piece of work in 15 days. This was given to us, and the question was asked, if A and B will work together, then in how many days the work will be finished? I started this question by assuming the total work as 1 unit. If the total work is 1 unit, then A can finish 1 unit of work in 10 days. So 10 days में 1 unit work finish करता है. So A's 1 day work will be 1 by 10, and similarly B's 1 day work will be 1 by 15. So A and B can finish 1 by 10 and 1 by 15 of the work in 1 day. So if A and B will work together, so together in 1 day, they will do 1 by 10 plus 1 by 15 work, which is equal to 1 by 6. So combined A and B's 1 day work is 1 by 6. Okay, so 1/6 of the work is finished by them in 1 day. So total number of days taken by them to finish the work will be 6 days. Okay, now this is the first method in which I have assumed the total work as 1 unit, right? Now, in this solution, you will observe that there are some fractions which are involved. Okay. Now, in order to avoid these fractions, what you can do is you can assume the total work as a number which is a multiple of these two numbers. Okay. So I'll look at it again using the second method. So the question was, A can finish the piece of work in 10 days, B in 15 days, right? Now I'm assuming total work as any number which is divisible by both these numbers. So you can assume the total work as the LCM of these two numbers. The LCM of these two numbers is 30 or any multiple of 30. So 30, 60, 90, 120, 300, 600, 3000. You can assume total work as any number. Preferably, it should be the LCM of these two numbers. All right. So I'm assuming total work as 30 units. So 1 day work of A will be how many units? What will be the 1 day work of A? So if A can finish in 10 days 30 units of work, 10 days में 30 units of work finish करता है, तो A's 1 day work will be equal to 3 units. Okay, logically 10 days 30 units of work is finished. So in 1 day 30 by 10, that is 3 units of work will be finished. All right. Then B's 1 day work will be how much? Similarly, B का 1 day work कितना होगा? B's 1 day work will be 2 units. All right, fine. Now if A and B will work together in 1 day, they will finish how many units of work? It will be 3 plus 2. So A's 1 day work is 3, B's 1 day work is 2. Okay, I'll explain from the beginning once again. Now, A can finish a piece of work in 10 days. All right. Now, what is the work? The work is 30 units. So, if in 10 days he can do 30 units of work, so what will be his 1 day work? 1 day work will be 30 by 10, that is 3 units. Okay, so this is what I have written here. Similarly, for B, it will be 30 divided by 15, that is 2 units. Now, together A and B in 1 day can finish 3 plus 2, that is 5 units of work. Okay, so 5 units of work is finished together by A and B in 1 day. So, in how many days this 30 units of work will be finished? So every day they will finish 5 units of work. So 5 units of work in 1 day, 10 units of work in 2 days. Similarly, 5 multiplied by 6 is 30. 30 units of work will be finished in 6 days. Okay. Now, whichever method you will use, you will get the same answer. Obviously, we should get the same answer irrespective of the method that we are using. All right. So this is the logic behind the questions that we'll be doing in time and work. All right, fine. So let's have a look at some questions related to this. Bhimare, like obviously I've explained this again. Once again, I would suggest all of you to keep your ears open. Fine. Now you are asking me why I've taken 30 units. I've already explained that. Uh, 30 units I have assumed because 30 is completely divisible by 10 and 15. 30 is completely divisible by 10 and 15. 20, if I would have taken it as 20, 20 is not completely divisible by 15. Okay. So if I would have taken it as 20, then I would have got the same answer. But it will unnecessarily complicate the procedure, complicate the steps because fractions will be involved in that case. The answer will not change based on the value of the total work. You can assume it as 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I have assumed 30 because 30 is completely divisible by 10 and 15, and that will make the solution look easy. Okay, there will not be any kind of fraction in the solutions. Okay, all right. Now let's have a look at some questions related to this. So look at this question and give me an answer. All right, let's have a look at it. So now we are given that A can finish a piece of work in 16 and B in 24 days. So if they will work together, in how many days the work will be finished? Okay. Now, A in 16 days, B in 24 days. Can anyone tell me the LCM of these two numbers? The LCM of these two numbers. The LCM of these two numbers is 48. So I'll assume the total work as 48. Okay. So A's 1 day work will be how much? A's 1 day work will be how much? 48 divided by 16, that is 3 units. And B's 1 day work will be 48 divided by 24, that is 2 units. Okay. Now, if A and B will work together, if A and B will work together, they can finish 5 units of work in 1 day. Okay. They can finish 5 units of work in 1 day. So, if they can finish 5 units of work in 1 day, then 1 unit of work will be finished by them in 1 by 5 days, unitary method, and then 48 units of work. Earlier, people were asking how have I got 6 as the answer of the previous question. So now I'm explaining it properly. So 5 units of work is finished in 1 day. So 1 unit of work will be finished in 1 by 5 day. So 48 units of work, which is the total work, will be finished by them in 1 by 5 into 48 days. Okay, this is called the unitary method. Now 48 divided by 5, it will be 9.6 days. All right, so 9.6 days, that is option A will be the answer of this question, right? Okay, now let's move on to our next question, question number 3. Chavan, 48 was the LCM of 16 and 24. 48 is the LCM of 16 and 24. Shweta, but 9 is not the answer. The answer was 9.6. It was not 9.06, it was 9.6. All right, let's check it out. Now, A and B working together can complete a work in 12 days. Okay, so now the question is totally opposite. If A alone can finish in 20 days, then in how many days B alone can complete the same work? So A, B, now A can finish the work in 20 days. B can finish the same work, let's say in X days. Okay, and together A and B, they can finish the work in 12 days. Okay, now once again, there are plenty of methods of doing this thing, this question. So what I can do is here, if you want, you may use the fraction method. Now A's 1 day work will be 1 by 20. B's 1 day work will be 1 by X, and together A and B can finish the work in 12 days. So if they are working together, then the 1 day work will be 1 by 12. I'll repeat. When A is working alone, 1 day work is 1 by 20. When B is working alone, one day work is 1 by X. When A and B are working together, then one day work will be 1 by 12. All right, fine. So A's one day work plus B's one day work, 1 by 20 plus 1 by X, should be equal to one day work together by both of them. So will be equal to 1 by 12. So A's one day work plus B's one day work will be equal to one day work of A and B together. Now this is the equation in front of you. You can calculate the value of X. So 1 upon X will be equal to 1 upon 12 minus 1 upon 20. Okay, now taking LCM, I'll get 60. So 5 minus 3, that is 2 upon 60, which is 1 upon 30. So 1 upon X is equal to 1 upon 30. From here, I can say that the value of X will be equal to 30. Okay, so value of X is equal to 30. The fourth option, option D, is the correct answer of this question. Okay, now plenty of you have given a correct answer. I can see almost all of you have given correct answer, almost all of you. Okay, so this is how we can solve this question. Am I clear? Now, do you want me to solve this by using LCM method? Yes, Rani. So this is what I was asking. Okay, so let's solve it using the other method as well. Okay, now in the question it is given that A can finish the work in 20 days. B can finish the work in, let's say, X days. And together A and B can finish the same work in 12 days. All right. Okay. Now look at this number, this thing, and this thing. Okay. Now I will assume the total work which can be divisible by all these three numbers. Now if I look at 20 and 12, Somu, very good. 20 and 12 is 60. 60 is the LCM. And now I have X also. So I will assume total work as 60x. Okay, you will soon understand why I have done that. Okay, now 60x is divisible by 20, it is divisible by x, it is also divisible by 12. Okay, so A's one day work will be equal to 60x divided by 20, that is 3x. All right, B's one day work will be equal to 60x divided by x, that is 60. And net one day work, can you tell me net one day work will be how much? No, Ketan, Nisse, it will be 5x. Okay, so be careful about x. Okay, now A's one day work plus B's one day work, 3x plus 60 is equal to net one day work, that is 5x. So what will be the value of x that you will get from here? What will be the value of x? The value of x will come out to be 30. Okay, so obviously the same answer in the previous question, we have got the same value of x as 30. Here again we'll get x as 30. Fine. So you can use any one of these methods. What has happened in this method? There is no fraction at all. So this is not a fraction, this is not a fraction, this is not a fraction. So this is the reason of assuming the total work as 60x, which is completely divisible by 20x as well as 12. All right. So you can use any one of these two methods, fraction method or LCM method. Fine. Now, Pooja, I have mentioned that you can assume any number which is completely divisible by 20x and 12. Okay. Previously also, I kept on repeating the same thing. Okay. If you'll go back, so the total work is completely divisible by 16 and 24. The LCM of 16 and 24 is assumed as the total work. Okay. All right. Let's move on and look at our next question. Now, A and B together can finish piece of work in 18 days. A alone in 30 days. In how many days? B alone can finish the same unit of work. All right, good. So around 10, 11 students, 15 students have given the answer, and all of you have given same answer. It's good to see that. So you can use fraction method. So 1 upon 30 plus 1 upon x is equal to 1 upon 18. Okay. So 1 upon x is equal to 1 upon 18 minus 1 upon 30. Taking LCM, what will be the LCM? 90. 90 will be the LCM, right? So 5 minus 3, that is 2, which is 1 upon 45. So 1 upon x is equal to 1 upon 45. 18 कैसे आया? Question 4. 18 कैसे आया? Aditya, read the question and you will get 18. 18 is given in the question. Okay. So 2 upon 90 is 1 upon 45, 1 upon 45. So 1 upon x is equal to 1 upon 45. So the value of x is equal to 45. Okay, x का value 45 आ जाएगा. Yes, 45 is the correct answer. Shalini, you are asking me 90 कैसे आया? Okay, Mumtaz, you are asking me the same thing. So why don't you solve this portion? Okay, 1 upon 18 minus 1 upon 30. 1 upon 18 minus 1 upon 30. So आशय LCM जल्दी नहीं ले पा रहे तो practice करो, you will be able to do that. Okay. All right. So this is one method. If you want LCM method, okay, if you want LCM method, so total work can be assumed as a multiple of this, this, and this, 90x. Okay, I'm assuming total work as 90x, right? So A's one day work will be 3x, B's one day work will be 90, and together one day work will be 5x. Okay, right? So the sum of these two should be equal to 5x. So 3x plus 90 is equal to 5x. So the value of x after simplifying will be equal to 45. Okay, now have a look at this. I'll stop on the screen for a few seconds. Now 2 by 90 is basically after solving this part, 1 by 18 minus 1 by 30. So if you'll take LCM 18 and 30, the LCM will be 90. Now 90 divided by 18 is 5, minus 90 divided by 30 is 3. So 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 by 90. Upon simplifying, it will be 1 by 45. All right, Asif, Mumtaz, Shalini, is it clear? Yes, Shubham, this is what I told you now. So Shubham is saying that previous method is easy than this one. So Shubham, totally up to you, yaar. Whichever method you are comfortable with. Okay. Sophia, I'll quickly explain the second method. Focus here. So total work is assumed as 90x. Why 90x? Because it is completely divisible by 30x and 18. Okay. Now A's one day work will be 90x divided by 30, that is 3x. B's one day work will be 90x divided by x, that is 90. And net one day work will be 90x divided by 18, that is 5x. Okay. So A's one day work plus B's one day work will be equal to one day work of A and B together. So 3x plus 90 is equal to 5x. Now you can simplify this and get the answer. Okay. All right. So that was question number 4. Let's move on. Question number 5. Now, Kumari, did you join late? Late join किया है तुमने? Did you join at 5 o'clock? Are you there since the beginning? So if you are here since the beginning, we have covered at least 6 7 questions on this, and you are asking why we take one day work. So Kumari, why we take one day work? Because it is easy to equate one day work. Okay, you could have taken 2 day work, it's not a problem, but it is easy to find out one day work for all of them and then make an equation. That's it, nothing more than that. No reason, no more reason for that. These two options are given in mixed fractions. Okay, so I will rewrite them. This is 4 5 by 13 and 4 8 by 13. Option C and option D are given in the form of mixed fractions. Okay, so A, B, and C working alone can complete a work in 10, 15, and 20 days respectively. In how many days? In how many days they can finish the work if they will work together? Okay. So it is absolutely the similar type of question, the one that we have done earlier. It's just that there are 3 persons involved here. So A, B, and C. Now 10, 15, and 20 are the number of days taken by them individually. So if I'll do it using LCM method, what should be the total work assumed? 60, right? 60 units. 60 is the LCM of 10, 15, and 20, right? So A's one day work will be how much? A's one day work will be how much? 60 divided by 10, that is 6. B's one day work will be 60 divided by 15, that is 4. And C's one day work will be 60 divided by 20, that is 3. Now, all three, A, B, and C, if they will work together, the work will be finished. How much work will be finished in one day? 13 units of work will be finished in one day. What is the total work? The total work here is 60 units. So to finish 60 units of work, the days required will be 1 by 13 multiplied by 60. That is equal to 60 upon 13. Aishwarya, 60 is the total work that I have assumed, which is the LCM of 10, 15, and 20. Okay, Aishwarya? So 60 units of work will be finished in 60 upon 13 days. Now you can convert 60 upon 13 in terms of mixed fraction. Okay, and this will come out to be 4, 8 upon 13 days. Okay, so which option? Option D will be the correct answer, 4, 8 by 13. All right, this was once again a simple question. Now let's look at some variation in these questions. Yes, Garima, I'll go back. For some time, I'm showing the previous slide. All right. Now, question number 6, A can complete a project in 15 days. He started working and after 5 days, he left. The remaining part of the project was completed by B in 20 days. In how many days can B alone complete the entire project? Yes, Somu, very good. So now you have got the logic. You have understood the logic. So Somu, if you understand this part, then I'm sure that with some help you will be able to do this question orally as well. You don't have to use pen and paper for this. Good, good. Absolutely. A lot of you have given a correct answer. Girsh, very good. Girsh, you have got the complete logic. So Somu has given me a beginning. You have solved it completely in one line. Yes, Menam, you are. So 99% of the students who have given the answer, they are correct. Okay. Now, friends, I'll again give you two methods. So first of all, I'll write a lot of things, okay, in the first method. And in the second method, it will be very easy. We'll try to solve this question orally, just using the logic, okay? Now, method number one, A can finish a piece of work in 15 days. Let's say B can finish the same piece of work in X days. Okay. So, one day work of A will be 1 by 15 and one day work of B will be 1 upon X. Right? These are one day work of both of them. Where I have assumed total work as 1. I've assumed total work as 1. So A's one day work is 1 by 15 and B's one day work is 1 by X. Okay. Now all of you tell me for how many days A has worked? For how many days A has worked on this project? Absolutely. So A has worked for 5 days. He started working and after 5 days he left. Okay. A can finish the work in 15 days, but when he started working, he left the work after 5 days. That means A has worked for 5 days. For how many days B has worked on this project? B has worked on this project for 20 days. It is given in the question. The remaining part of the project was completed by B in 20 days. Okay. So A has worked for 5 days and B has worked for 20 days and together they have finished the work. Okay. So 5 days work of A plus 20-day work of B should be equal to the total work. What is the total work? The total work I have assumed as 1. So मैंने total work assume किया था 1. So 5 days work of A plus 20 days work of B is equal to the total work. Now A's one day work is 1 by 15. So 5 day work will be 5 into 1 by 15 plus 20 days work of B. So 20 into 1 upon X is equal to the total work, that is 1. So now you can solve for X. The value of X after simplifying will come out to be 30 days. Okay, so 30 will be the value of X. All right. Now, this is using equations, a lengthy method, right? Now, let's use a simple logic to solve this question. Now, A can finish a piece of work in 15 days, but he has worked for 5 days only. So, in 15 days, he can finish the work. So, in 5 days, can I say that A has finished one third of the work? Yes or no? Right? So 15 days he can finish. So in 5 days he will finish one third of the work, 5 by 15 or 1 by 3, which you can also observe here as well. A's 5 day work is 5 into 1 by 15, which will come out to be one third. So if A has completed one third of the work, then what fraction of the work is remaining? What fraction of the work is remaining? Absolutely. One third is finished. So two-third of the work is remaining. Okay. And this work is completed by B in 20 days. Right? So I can say that B can finish two-third of the work in 20 days. So B will finish one entire work in 20 into 3 divided by 2. That is 30 days. So two-third work will be finished in 20 days by B. So one third will be finished in 10 days, and the entire work will be finished in 10 into 3, that is 30 days. This can be managed orally, right? Am I clear? Girsh, Somu, already you have given me the starting, the basic of this. Do you understand how we could have finished this question without using pen and paper? Yes, Karthik, absolutely. So if we understand the relation between different things, it will be easy for us to completely solve any type of question like this. Okay. Next question. Pavitra, two-third. So one third is finished. So total में से one third अगर minus कर दिया, 1 minus 1 by 3 is equal to 2 by 3. Okay. Bhimare, two-third of the work is finished in 20 days. I have used unitary method. So 2 by 3 work is finished in 20 days. Entire work, one work will be finished in. Do cross multiplication and get the answer. Next question, question number 7. No, Priyadarshini, we cannot say, we cannot do it like that. Yes, yes, yes. A lot of you are correct. Lagima, your answer is correct. Okay. Now I will use the same logic that we have used in the previous question, question number 6, to do this question. Uh, Q can finish the piece of work in 25 days, the complete work. And Q has worked for 10 days only. So, what fraction of work is finished by Q in these 10 days? What fraction of work is finished by Q in these 10 days? So, Q has worked for 10 days out of 25 days. Okay. Nisi, Q is not finishing the work in 20 days. I think you have made a small mistake. Okay. Q is not finishing in 20 days. Q is finishing in 25 days. Okay. So Q in 10 days will finish 10 by 25 of the work. That is 2/5 of the work. Right? Q will finish 2 by 5 of the work. Okay. So the remaining work should be done by P. So P will do 1 minus 2 by 5, that is 3/5 of the work. Okay, right? P will have to finish the remaining 3/5 of the work. Okay, now P can finish the entire work in 20 days. So for finishing 3/5 of the work, he will take 3/5 of 20 days, that is 12 days. So 12 will be the answer of this question. Okay, simple, very simple. Yes or no? Right? So let's move on and look at the next question. Ashay, I'm calculating the fraction of work. So this is 2/5 of the work. Okay, when we talk about fraction, so one is the complete work. Okay, out of which 2/5 is done. So 1 minus 2 by 5, that is 3 by 5 is the remaining work. All right. Okay, next question. Wait, now before I'll go to the next question, let us understand one more concept to do a different type of question in time and work. So let's say the question is 10 men can finish a piece of work. So there are 10 men who are equally efficient. Okay, 10 men who are equally efficient can finish a piece of work in 30 days. Okay. Now be very careful when you answer this question. So there is a piece of work which is finished by 10 men in 30 days. Okay. So the same piece of work will be finished by 5 men in how many days? Very good, Ketan. Now, majority of you are incorrect. Those who are saying the answer is 15 days. No, 15 days will not be the answer. Let's understand why. Okay, why? Now, what you have done is to do the same quantity of work, if 10 men can finish it in 30 days, if the number of men is reduced, if the number of men is reduced, you are saying that the number of days will also be reduced to do the same work. Obviously, it will not be the case. Okay, right? So to finish a particular, so let's say, let's understand simple way. So there are two persons, A and B, who together can finish a piece of work in 20 days. Okay, but if A works alone, can I say that A will take more than 20 days to finish the work? Earlier, A and B were doing together. They were taking 20 days. Now, if A alone will finish the piece of work, will do the piece of work, so he will take more number of days, not less number of days. Okay. So if number of men will decrease, the number of days should increase to finish the same piece of work. All right. Now, we can say that there is an inverse relation between the number of men and the number of days. So if number of men is halved, then the number of days will be doubled. Okay, if number of men is halved, number of days will be doubled, and it should be 60 days. So we can say that number of men and number of days are inversely proportional to each other. Number of men and number of days are inversely proportional to each other. All right. Or you can say that number of people who are working and the time in which the work is finished. This particular thing is inversely proportional to each other. All right. Now, if they are inversely proportional to each other, so I'll write it again. 10 men can finish a piece of work in 30 days. Okay. So in how many days 15 men will finish the same piece of work? Now the meaning of inversely proportional is basically the product of number of men and number of days will remain same. I'll repeat, the product of number of men and number of days will remain same. The product of number of men and number of days will remain same. Okay. So question was 10 men can finish a piece of work in 30 days. In how many days 15 men can finish the same piece of work? I'll assume that 15 men can finish the same piece of work in 10 days. Okay. So like I told you that the product of number of men and number of days will remain constant. Okay. So in the first case, what is the product of number of men and number of days? In the first case, what is the product? Number of men is 10 and number of days is 30. All right. What will be the product in the second case? The product in the second case will be 15 men and X days. So product in the second case will be 15X. Okay. Now, since the product of number of men and number of days should remain same, I can equate them. And from here, I'll get the value of X. The value of X will be 300 upon 15. That is 20. So 15 men will be able to finish this entire piece of work in 20 days. All right. So try and apply the same logic in question number 8. Okay. Now the important part here is double the work. Okay. So the work is not same, the work is doubled. So whatever answer I'll get, I will double that. Okay. So first of all, I'll remove this part. 12 men, 12 men can finish a piece of work in 10 days, working 6 hours per day. So can I say that 12 men can finish a piece of work in 60 hours? They are working for 10 days and every day they are working for 6 hours. Okay, right? So 12 men can finish a piece of work in 60 hours. Now, similarly, 10 men, let's assume that they will take X days working 8 hours per day to finish the work. So 10 men will finish the work in 8x number of hours, right? If the work is same, if the work is same, 10 men will take 8x hours to finish the work. I'll do the same thing. I'll equate the product. So in the first case, the product is 12 multiplied by 60. In the second case, the product is 10 multiplied by 8x. So the value of x will come out to be 12 multiplied by 60 divided by 10 multiply 8. All right. So what is the value of x? Anyone? The value of x comes out to be 9 days. Okay. But here the work is double. Here the work is double. So if the work is double, then the number of days taken will also be doubled. So the correct answer will be equal to 18 days. So this will be the final answer, right? So option C, that is 18, will be the correct answer. Am I clear? Okay, now let's take one more question and then we'll move on to pipes and cisterns. Very simple question that came in last year. So one student was asking, is this simple? Is these type of questions very simple questions comes in our examination? Yes, Shahid. Fortunately or unfortunately, yes, this is the level of difficulty as you can see in this question as well. So if you start solving this question, you should not take more than 1 minute to solve this entirely. So just mention which option is correct. Option A, B, C, or D. Write your answer in terms of option. Option A, B, C, or D. So A, B, and C, 8, 16, and 12 days respectively. So can we assume the total work? So what will be the total work that we can assume as the LCM of 8, 16, and 12, right? So total work, you can take it as 96, but 48 is good enough. Okay, so you can take it as 48. So 48 is completely divisible by 8, 16, and 12, all of them. Okay, so total work is assumed as 48 units. So A's 1 day work will be A's 1 day work will be 48 divided by 8, that is 6. B's 1 day work will be 3, and C's 1 day work will be good. It will be 4. Okay. Now A works on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay. So A works on Monday, 6 units. B works on Tuesday. C works on Wednesday. So 6 and 3, 9 and 4, 13 units of work is done in 3 days. Then once again, 6, 3, and 4. So A, B, C, and so on, they will keep on working. Okay, so now ABC, first like 3 days, each of them has worked. Then next 3 days, each of them has worked. Then on Sunday, how many units of work will be finished? On Sunday, A will work, okay, and 6 units of work will be finished. Then once again after Sunday, Monday will come, okay. So A has worked 6 units, then 3 units, and then 4 units, right? Okay. Then once again 6, 3, 4, and so on. It will keep on happening. Now we just have to see at what moment 48 units of work is finished. So 6 plus 3 plus 4 is 13. Now 13 plus 13 plus 13 up till this part. 13 plus 13 plus 13 is 13 plus 13 plus 13 is 39. Okay, 39 units of work, right? Now A will work for 6, 45 units of work is done. Then B will work 3 units and 48 units of work will be finished. Okay, so we can say that the work is finished on Thursday. Okay, the work is finished on Thursday. All right. So let's have a look at the statements. The work will be finished on Thursday. Yes, this is the correct statement. Second statement, the work will be finished in 10 days. Now let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The work is finished in 11 days, not 10 days. So second option is not correct. Second statement is not correct. So only statement 1 is correct. The correct answer will be option A. All right. Great. So that was very simple question. And in the examination, you can finish this question in less than 1 minute. Yes. So Asha, your answer is correct. Good. Pavitra, why we are counting 3 times? Because they are saying that A, B, and C, they are working on the days separately. So first of all, A has worked, then B has worked, then C has worked, then again A has worked, then B, then C, and so on. It was given in the question. Okay. So I'll repeat it very quickly. Total work is assumed as 48, where A will do 6, B will do 3, and C will do 4 units of work in 1 day. Now they are saying that A starts the work on Monday. So on Monday, A will do 6 units of work. Okay, then B 3 units of work on Tuesday, and then C 4 units of work on Wednesday. Now we'll keep them repeating 6, 3, 4, 6, 3, 4, ABC, ABC, and so on till the work is not finished. All right. So as soon as 48 units of work is done, we will stop, and we can see that here 48 units of work will be finished on a Thursday. On the next Thursday, we'll stop here, and now we can answer both these statements. Okay. Yes, Pallavi, you can take a total of 96 units of work. Accordingly, these numbers will change. Okay. All right. Now let's move on and look at the next topic, pipes and cisterns. Now the logic that will be used in pipes and cisterns will exactly be same. Okay, exactly same. Right? Now it's just that here in some questions there will be some negative work that will be done. Okay? Right? So let's look at the questions first of all to understand what type of questions will be there. Yes, Sneha, absolutely. So, some other type of questions are coming in front of you. Devani, it's the part of time and work only. The questions are of pipes and cisterns. Cisterns means tank, water tanks. All right, let's have a discussion on this. Now, two walls, A and B, can fill the tank in 10 minutes. This can also fill the tank in 20 minutes. The third valve C can empty the tank in 40 minutes. Okay, so basically the first two valves are filling the tank and this third valve is emptying the tank. So first two valves are doing some positive work and the third valve is doing negative work. Okay, now I will again start by assuming the total work or total water, total quantity of water or total work, one and the same thing, as 40 units. Okay, 40 liter, 40 units, Hemlata, absolutely same. So for valve A, what will be 1 minute work? In 10 minutes, this can fill 40 units. So 1 minute work will be how much? So it will be 40 divided by 10, that is 4 units. But I'll write it as plus 4. So yes, 4 is absolutely positive. Now, valve B, what will be 1 minute work? It will be good, Brajneet. It will be plus 2 units. Now, carefully for valve C, what will be 1 minute work? Karthik, for valve C, you will have to be careful. It will be -1 because it is an outlet pipe. It is removing the water. Okay. So it's better we'll write the work in terms of positive or negative in these type of questions. Okay. Now net 1 minute work. Net 1 minute work will be 4 plus 2 minus 1. 4 plus 2 minus 1, that is 5 units. All right. So total time taken will be 40 divided by 5 minutes. That is 8 minutes. Okay. So the concept that is used is absolutely the same that we have done earlier. It's just one small thing that you need to note down is the concept of negative work, right? So that was the different question. Let's take one more question of this type, and then we'll move on to the next topic, that is time, speed, and distance. Kanchana, seems that you were not there from the beginning. The only reason of assuming total work as 40 is it is LCM of these three numbers. I've mentioned this thing a lot of times. Okay. Chituri, previous slide, quickly have a look at it. So, Kanchana, if you are late, don't you think that you should not be asking these type of questions? It's your duty to come on time, right? Now, it's my request to the students who are joining late. First of all, please do not join late. And if you're joining late, please don't ask the things which I've already explained. Okay? All right? So it's a small request. Otherwise, why the students who have joined on time, they will suffer because of you. I might be sounding a little rude, but yes, I have to be rude because you are joining late, which is not acceptable. Now, this is absolutely the same question. So, three taps, three filling taps, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and 30 minutes, respectively. Okay. And an outlet tap in 15 minutes, it can empty the entire tank. Okay. So, what should be the total work that can be assumed? Yes. So LCM of 10, 20, 30, and 15. So total quantity of work can be assumed as 60 units. You all are absolutely correct. Okay, 60 units. So A's 1 minute work will be how much? A's 1 minute work, it will be 60 divided by 10, that is 6 units. B's 1 minute work, it will be 60 divided by 20, that is 3. All right, plus. C's 1 minute work will be plus 2. And I'll assume the outlet tap as D. So D's 1 minute work will be 60 divided by 15. That is 4, but it will be negative. Now, if all four taps are open simultaneously, then net 1 minute work will be 6 plus 3 plus 2 minus 4. That is 9 into 11 minus 4 is 7 units. Okay, so total time taken will be 60 divided by 7. You can convert it in terms of mixed fractions. 7 8s are 56. कुछ गड़बड़ है क्या आंसर? Yes, है ना? So options are incorrect. All the options are incorrect. You can ignore all the options. So in mixed fraction, answer should be 8 4 by 7. Yes, so none of these options is matching. So those who have got the answer as 8 4 by 7, they all are correct. Okay? All right. Now, without wasting much time, let's quickly move on to our next topic, time, speed, and distance. Now here we'll be talking about three things: time, speed, and distance. So can you tell me the relation between these three: time, speed, and distance? No, Kanchana, this topic will not be related to the previous topic. This is completely a fresh topic, so you will be able to understand it fully. Okay. So the relation, you can say that distance is equal to speed multiplied time, or you can say that speed is equal to distance upon time, or you can say that time is equal to distance upon speed. Okay. So any one of these three relations, all three of them are absolutely same. So there is no difference at all. So in one case, I have kept distance separately. In one case, I have kept speed separately. In one case, I have kept time separately. All right. So this is the relation between time, speed, and distance. All right. Now, this is the only formula that will be used in this entire chapter in every question. Distance is equal to speed into time. Now, generally, we are given the distance in terms of meters or kilometers. Okay, so generally the units that they will be using for distance will be meters or kilometers. Now, do you know the conversion between kilometer and meter? So, can you tell me 1 kilometer will be equal to how many meters? 1 kilometer will be equal to how many meters? Absolutely, it will be 1,000 meters. Or you can say that 1 meter will be equal to 1 upon 1,000 kilometers. All right. So these are the units for distance. Now, next, the unit for time. Now, the unit for time may be seconds or hours. Sometimes it can be minutes. Okay. Generally, these two units are used, seconds or hours, but sometimes minutes can also be used, right? So let's understand the conversion. 1 hour is equal to how many minutes? 1 hour is equal to how many minutes? 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Very silly question I'm asking. 1 minute is equal to how many seconds? 60 seconds, absolutely. 1 hour is equal to how many seconds? No, 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 no. It is 60 multiplied by 60. That is 3,600 seconds. Okay. 60 multiplied by 60, that is 3,600 seconds. All right. So these are the units for time. Now, let's have a look at the most important thing, the units for speed. So once again, generally speaking, the units can be meter per second or kilometer per hour. So once again, we should be knowing the conversion between meter per second and kilometer per hour. So 1 kilometer per hour, when converted to meter per second, so how many meter per second it will be? 1 kilometer per hour? Absolutely. So 1 kilometer per hour is equal to, some of you are absolutely correct. Okay, so how to calculate this? If you don't remember, now 1 kilometer per hour, okay, we have to convert it in meter divided by second. Now 1 kilometer in terms of meters, we have already seen that it is 1,000 meters. Okay, and 1 hour in terms of seconds is equal to 3,600 seconds. Now you can do the division. Okay, simply divide kar lo, cancel the common factors, and it will be 5 by 18. So 5 by 18 meter per second. So this is a simple conversion that can be used. So 1 kilometer per hour is equal to 5 by 18 meters per second. Or you can say that 1 meter per second is equal to 18 upon 5, the reciprocal of this, kilometer per hour. Sneha, 18 upon 5. I know that this was a typo error from you. Never mind. Okay. So these are the conversions for from meter per second to kilometer per hour and vice versa. Okay. So let's have a look at a very simple question to understand the relation between these units. Prabjot, there is only one formula, time, speed, sorry, distance is equal to speed multiply time. I've given you only one formula. Distance is equal to speed multiply time. That's it. People, can you please confirm if I'm clearly audible to all of you? Okay, great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So, answer for this one. How much time a car traveling at 72 kilometer per hour cover 80 kilometers of distance? So, time is equal to distance upon speed. Now, distance is given in kilometers and speed is given in kilometer per hour. So, both are fine, both are in same terms. So, distance 180 divided by 72. Okay. And the answer will come in terms of hours. Now, upon simplification, you will get it as 5 upon 2 or 2.5 hours. So 2.5 hours, option C is the correct answer of this question. Okay. Let's move ahead and look at the next question. Now, be careful with the units of time, speed, and distance. Now, a train of length 200 meters has to completely cross an electric pole. Okay. So, let's say this is the train and this is the electric pole. All right. Now, the distance that this train has to travel to completely cross the electric pole will be equal to the length of the train. That is 200 meters. Okay. So, distance traveled is 200 meters and the speed is 72 kilometer per hour. Now, what will be the speed in meters per second? 72 multiplied by 5 by 18. That is, Nisi, it will be 20 meters per second. Okay, 20 meters per second. So time taken will be equal to distance divided by speed. That is 10 seconds. All right. So 10 seconds, where is the option? Option A. Option A is the correct answer of this question. Okay. Simple question tha. Next question, question number 3. Be careful with your answers. Now here you are given a train of length 200 meters and it has to cross a platform of length 100 meters. Okay. Now what should be the total distance traveled by the train? What should be the total distance traveled by the train? Now in the previous case, when the train has to cross the electric pole, then the distance traveled by the train was only the length of the train. But here, the train also has to cross the platform whose length is 100 meters. Okay. So the total distance traveled by train will be equal to the length of the train plus length of the platform, because the train has to cross this platform as well, right? So the distance traveled will be 300 meters. Now the speed of the train is 54 kilometer per hour to meter per second. It will be 54 into 5 by 18. That is how much? 15 meters per second. So the time taken will be distance upon speed 300 upon 15, that is 20 seconds, right? 20 seconds, correct answer. Okay, all right. Now, one of the most important concepts of time, speed, distance, one of the most important concepts of this chapter is the concept of relative speeds. Now, the concept of relative speeds comes into picture if there are two objects which are moving. So in the previous three questions, there was only one object, one train which was moving. Okay. Now, relative speeds will be applicable when there are two different objects which are moving with respect to each other. Okay. And we'll have to calculate the time between these two objects. Okay. So, whenever two objects are moving relative to each other, then instead of considering the speeds, we consider the relative speeds of these two objects. Okay. Now the relative speeds will be different depending upon the direction in which the objects are moving. Okay. So if the objects are moving in same direction, then the relative speeds of the object will be the sum or the difference. They are moving in the same direction. So both are moving in the same direction. So relative speeds will be the difference of their speeds. Okay, right? So if the speed of one object is A and speed of another object is B, so the relative speed will be the difference, the larger minus the smaller. Okay. So if the objects are moving in the same direction, then the relative speed will be the difference of their speeds. And if the objects are moving in opposite direction, so opposite direction, it can be towards each other or it can be away from each other. Okay, so towards each other, the directions are opposite, and away from each other, again the directions are opposite. So the relative speed will be the sum of their speeds, right? So it will be a plus b or x plus y or whatever it is. Clear? So question number 4 is based on the concept of relative speeds. Now there are two trains, 225 and 250 meters. Okay. Now these two trains, they will have to cross each other. So I can say that the total distance traveled will be equal to the sum of the lengths of these two trains. Okay. They will have to cover their own length as well as the other length. Okay. So what will be the total distance traveled? 225 plus 250, that is 475 meters. Okay. Now let's talk about the relative speed. Now the trains are moving towards each other. So relative speed, will it be the sum or the difference? Absolutely. Hemlata, the relative speed will be it will not be the difference, it will be the sum. The trains are moving towards each other, the trains are moving in opposite directions, so it will be the sum of their speeds. All right. So the relative speed will be the sum of their speeds. So 54 plus 36, that is 90 kilometer per hour, which when converted into meter per second will become 1895, 5 into 5, that is 25 meters per second. Okay, so the speed is 25 meters per second. So time taken will be equal to distance divided by speed. So 475 divided by 25 will be your final answer. All right. So the final answer will be equal to 19 seconds. 475 divided by 25, that is 19. Option C is absolutely correct. Okay. Understood, right? Next question, question number 5. Yes, yes, Lakshay, absolutely. So they will completely cross each other in this much time. Previous slide, some of you. Lakshay, I can understand you're asking, can we calculate a loan by one each? So Pranav, I'll quickly take you back to this slide. Relative speed, same directions. If the objects are moving in same direction, relative speed will be the difference. If they are moving in opposite direction, relative speed will be the sum of their speeds. Okay. All right. Next question. Question number 5. All of you. Lakshay, it will be same. So if one train has to completely cross the other train, so we can say that the other train is also completely crossing the first train. So both the trains are completely crossing each other. This is the question. Okay. Now here once again, the distance traveled will be the sum of these two distance, that is 475 meters. Now the speeds are 54 and 36. In how much time train A cross train B if they both are traveling in the same direction? Now here the relative speed will be the difference of their speeds. It will be 54 minus 36, that is 18 kilometer per hour, when multiplied by 5 by 18 will be equal to 5 meters per second. Okay, ठीक है, 5 meters per second done. So time taken will be equal to 475 divided by 5, and that is 95 seconds. So 95 seconds, option D is the correct answer of this question. Okay. All right. Now, friends, what we'll do now is we'll take a small break. Okay. And we'll again resume this lecture. Yes, yes, yes. A lot of you are asking me to take a break. So I will take a break now, and we shall continue at 7 o'clock. Okay, 6:55, between 6:55 and 7 o'clock. Okay, so we'll see you between 6:55 and 7 o'clock. All right. Now, Bhimare, are you present here right now? Some students who are asking me a few questions, so I'll check if they are present. So in the break, I can discuss about the things that they were asking. Now, Shruti, distance addition, relative speed difference. Are you there? Hi, friends, welcome back. Am I audible to all of you? Okay, wonderful. All right, so let's get back to time, speed, distance. All of you are here, so I'll wait for 1 more minute. Meanwhile, one of the students was asking about the notification that I was talking about. So, Somu, are you here? So, Somu, you're asking which notification I was talking about. You don't know about the notification. So, other students, can you tell me what notification has come out today? Absolutely. So the examination for which we are preparing for UPSC 2024 notification is out today. Okay. So formally, this notification is out. So you can visit the website. You can visit the web and you can check the dates. So 26th of May 2024 is the date for prelims examination. So formal notification is out today, 26th of May 2024 is the date for prelims, and 20th September is the date for the date for UPSC main examination. So my first attempt will be 2027, 2027, Shelja, and you have started preparing now. Shamu, the forms, like as per the formal notification, it says that UPSC 2024 exam date has released by UPSC. The exam is 26th of May and mains is on 20th of September, and you can start filling up the form. All right. Okay. So, like, if you want to have the details of this notification, so please visit the internet. Okay. So just open the internet and visit the formal notification. Okay. Please don't ask me any other thing about the eligibility and the other things. So we are not going to discuss here right now. So we'll stick to the topic. Okay. All right. Now our next concept in time speed distance is the concept of average speeds. Okay. Now the concept of average speeds. Now one basic mistake that sometimes we commit is while calculating average speeds, we calculate average of the speeds. Okay, so average speed is not calculated as the average of the speeds. Okay, so there is a basic formula, basic logic that will be used to calculate average speeds. So average speed for any journey is equal to the total distance traveled divided by the total time taken. So do not calculate average speed by just calculating the average of speeds. It's not average of speeds. It is total distance divided by total time. All right. For example, let's say a person traveled or covered a journey in three parts. So first part is A to B, then B to C, and then C to D. The distance between A and B is 100 kilometer. The distance between B and C is 150 kilometer. And distance between C and D is 200 kilometers. Now for the first part of the journey, the person traveled at a speed of 10 kilometer per hour. All right. For the first part, the person traveled at a speed of 10 kilometer per hour. For the second part, he traveled at a speed of 5 km per hour. And for the third part, he traveled at a speed of, let's say, 20 km per hour. All right, fine. So, what we have to do is we have to find out the average speed for the entire journey. I'll give you 1 minute. No, Lakshay, I don't think there was any technical glitch. At least I don't have any idea for that. Ketan will check. Okay. Now, to calculate average speed, I need the total distance. I have the total distance. And then I need the total time. Okay. Now, look at the first part of the journey. The distance is 100 kilometers and the speed is 10 km per hour. So, what will be the time taken in the first journey? What will be the time taken in the first part of the journey? Distance divided by speed is equal to time. So 100 divided by 10 is 10 hours. So 10 hours will be the time taken in the first part of the journey. Now in the second part of the journey, what will be the time taken? 150 upon 5, that is 30 hours. Okay. And in the third part of the journey, time taken will be 200 upon 20, that is 10 hours. Okay. So the total distance for this journey is 100 plus 150 plus 200. Okay, so the total distance is 450 kilometers and total time taken is equal to 10 plus 30 plus 10, that is 50 hours. Total time taken is 50 hours. So we can write the average speed as total distance 450 divided by total time taken, and the answer will come out to be 9 kilometer per hour. Okay, so 9 kilometer per hour will be the average speed of this entire journey. All right. Okay. Now let's take one more question. Now there are 2 points A and B. Now going from A to B, a person traveled at a speed of 40 kilometer per hour. Okay. And then while coming back from the same route, the person came back at a speed of 60 kilometer per hour. All right. So from A to B, the speed is 40 kilometer per hour, and from B to A, the speed is 60 kilometer per hour. So the question is, what is the average speed of the entire journey? I'll repeat the question. Going from A to B, the speed is 40 kilometer per hour, and then coming back, the speed is 60 kilometer per hour. You are not given the distance between A and B. You will have to find out the average speed of the entire journey. All right. So let's see how to find out the answer of this question. Now distance is not given, so we can assume the distance between A and B as x kilometer. Now first of all, going from A to B, distance is x kilometer, speed is 40, so the time taken will be x upon 40. All right. Now coming back from B to A, again the distance is same. Distance is x, but the speed is 60. So the time taken will be x upon 60. Okay. So the average speed is total distance upon total time. So total distance is x plus x. While going, the distance is x kilometers. While coming back, the distance is x kilometers. So total distance is x plus x divided by the total time taken. Total time taken in the first journey is x upon 40. And in the second journey, it is x upon 60. Now you can simplify and get the answer for this. All right. So this is how you calculate average speed. Now you can observe that x will get cancelled out. So 2x divided by, now in the denominator, if I take LCM, it will be 120. So it will be 3x plus 2x, that is 5x. So x will get cancelled and the answer will be 240 divided by 5, that is 48. So 48 kilometer per hour will be the average speed of the entire journey. Okay, right? Now, this is the important expression. Wait, this is the important expression. Okay, just simplify this, cancel x, and you will get your answer as 48. All right. Now, in these type of questions where the distance traveled while going and then while coming back is equal, then you can directly calculate the average speed by using the formula 2ab upon a plus b, where a and b are the speeds while going and while coming back respectively. A and b are the speeds. Okay, so you can directly calculate average speed by using this formula 2ab upon a plus b. So this is the formula for average speed, provided, please make a note of it. This is the formula for average speed if equal distances are traveled. 2ab upon a plus b. All right. Now let's take one more example for this. If a car travels at 100 km per hour from Bangalore to Mangalore and comes back through the same route at a speed of 50 km per hour, then what will be the average speed of the car for the entire journey? All right. So totally up to you, whichever way you want to solve it. You can directly use the formula 2ab upon a plus b. So 2 into 100 into 50 divided by 100 plus 50, that is 150. So cancelling, यहाँ पे 3 आ जाएगा. So it is 200 upon 3, that is 66.66 kilometer per hour. So 66.66 kilometer per hour, option A is the correct answer of this question. All right. Now, this formula can only be used if if the distance traveled is same. Okay. Never forget the formula for average speeds. The formula for average speeds is total distance traveled divided by total time taken. Total distance traveled divided by total time taken. This is the formula that can always be applicable. But whenever you have objects traveling the same distances, so you can directly use this formula. It will definitely save your time. 2ab upon a plus b. Okay. Now let's move on to the next topic of time, speed, distance, boats and streams. So the questions related to boats and streams, upstreams and downstreams. Okay. So first of all, let's talk about the concept of upstreams and downstreams, and then we'll take you to solve the questions. Okay. All right. Now let's say there is a boat in this river. Right now, the river is not moving, and the boat can move at a speed of x kilometer per hour in still water. Okay, so you are given that speed of boat in still water is equal to x kilometer per hour. All right, speed of boat in still water is x kilometer per hour. Now suddenly the stream or the river starts moving in this direction at a speed of y. So you are given the speed of river or stream is equal to y kilometer per hour. Okay. Now, if the boat is moving in the same direction as that of the stream, then this is called the case of upstream. Sorry, the case of downstream. Right? So when the boat is going downstream, downstream means with with the stream or in the same direction as that of stream. Okay. So in this case, the speed of boat when the boat is going downstream will be equal to the sum of the speeds of boat and the stream. So it will be equal to x plus y. All right. So the speed of boat downstream will be equal to the speed of boat in still water plus the speed of stream. That is x plus y. Now, similarly, if the stream is moving in opposite direction, if the boat and the stream are moving in opposite direction, this is the case of upstream, right? That means opposite direction, right? And in this case, the net speed of boat will be equal to x minus y. This is one very important thing that you must remember. So while going in the same direction, the speed of boat downstream will be equal to x plus y, and the speed of boat upstream will be equal to x minus y, where x is the speed of boat in still water and y is the speed of stream. Correct? So please note it down. Noted? Okay. So let's look at one basic question based on this concept. A boat covers 75 kilometers against a stream in 3 hours and 60 kilometers along the stream in 1.5 hours. What will be the speed of boat in still water? So Somu, that will not be the case. In that case, this the boat will not be able to go upstream, right? If the speed of stream is greater than the speed of boat, the boat will not be able to move upstream. So that case will not arise in your questions. Okay, Sanjana says option A, Mishra says option D, Vasundhara says option A, and Ria says option C. So A, C, and D. Three answers I have received up till now. Okay. Now, what we know is speed upstream is x minus y and speed downstream is x plus y, where x and y are speed of boat in still water and speed of stream, right? This is what we know. So, in the first case, a boat covers 75 kilometers against a stream. Against a stream, that means upstream. Okay, and 60 kilometers along the stream, that means downstream. If x is speed of boat in still water and y is speed of stream, then speed upstream is x minus y. Now, speed upstream in this case, the boat covers 75 kilometers in 3 hours. So, speed upstream will be 75 distance divided by the time, that is 25. So, this is the first equation. Okay, this is the first equation. We have now speed downstream, the second equation. Speed downstream is x plus y. Okay. And when going downstream, when going along with the stream, the boat covers 60 kilometers in 1.5 hours. So 60 divided by 1.5 will be how much? It is 60 divided by 1.5, it is 40 hours, right? So x plus y is equal to 40. Now I have two equations. Now I have two equations. X minus y is equal to 25 and x plus y is equal to 40. Now if I'll add these two equations, y will get cancelled. I will get 2x is equal to 65 and the value of x comes out to be 65 upon 2, that is 32.5. So this is the value of x. What will be the value of y? If x is 32.5, I'm sorry, 32.5. If x is 32.5, what will be the value of y? The value of y you can substitute anywhere. So 32.5 minus 25, that is 7.5. So I have calculated both these things. The speed of boat in still water is 32.5 and the speed of stream is 7.5. Now, whatever is asked, you can answer that and you will get your answer. Okay. Yes, Ayush, that was relative speed when the two objects were moving. Here, this is not relative speed. This is the net speed. Okay. So I never used the word relative speeds when I'm discussing the problems of boats. So here, so Ayush, understand one thing. So consider the case of an escalator. ओके, एस्केलेटर पे अगर आप सेम डायरेक्शन में मूव करते हो, सो कैन आई से दैट योर स्पीड इंक्रीजेस, राइट? सो इफ यू आर मूविंग इन द सेम डायरेक्शन एज दैट ऑफ द एस्केलेटर, right? So your speed increases. So that is the case of downstream with the escalator. But if you are moving in the opposite direction of the escalator, then your speed slows down. That is the case of upstream, that is against the escalator. Okay, fine. All right. Now the answer of this question, what will be the speed of boat in still water? Speed of boat in still water is x, that is 32.5. So the answer here is option A, that is 32.5. Okay. All right. Now moving on to our next question, question number 2. Ayush, also, like when I was explaining relative speeds, I told you that it is considered when there are two objects which are moving. Now, here in the question of boats, there is only one object, that is boat, which is moving. A man travels by a boat 36 kilometers upstream and 48 kilometers downstream and took 6 hours each time. What was the speed of the stream? All right. So option B and option C, these are the two answers that I'm getting. Option B and option C. Speed upstream is x minus y, and that will be equal to distance, which is 36, divided by the time taken, 6. So 36 upon 6, that is 6. Speed downstream will be x plus y, that is 48 upon 6, which is 8. Okay, so two equations, x minus y is equal to 6, x plus y is equal to 8. Simplifying, adding these two equations, 2x is equal to 14, x is equal to 7. Now, if x is equal to 7, the value of y will come out to be 1. Okay. Now, what they are asking, they want the speed of stream, that means the value of y. The value of y is 1 kilometer per hour. Option B will be the correct answer. Okay. Perfect. Done. Great. One more question. Uh, Chituri, x equal to 7, you can substitute in any one of these two equations and you will get the value of y. Very less number of students have given an answer up till now. Okay. The first line of the statement of the question, a boat can row at a speed of 36 kilometer per hour in still water. So speed of boat in still water, that means the value of x is given as 36. Okay. Now keep it aside. When the boat is rowing in a river, then it rows 56 kilometers and it takes 1 hour 45 minutes to row upstream. Okay. So I can say that speed upstream will be equal to, which is x minus y, 56 divided by, the time is 1 hour 45 minutes. Now 1 hour 45 minutes, how it can be written in terms of fractions? 1 hour and 3 by 4 of an hour. Okay, 1 and 3/4 of an hour, that is 7 by 4 of an hour. Okay. So speed upstream is x. Yes, Karthik, we can write it as 1.75 as well. It's absolutely correct. Okay. Now speed upstream, which is x minus y, is distance, which is 56 divided by the time, that is 7 upon 4. Okay. So speed upstream will come out to be how much? What will be this value? 56 upon 7 is 8. 8 into 4 is 32. Okay. So the value of x minus y is equal to 32. And we know the value of x, that is 36. So what will be the value of y from here? Combining these two, what will be the value of y? You can substitute x as 36. So y will be equal to 36 minus 32, that is 4. So the speed of stream is equal to 4, right? Now, how much time will be taken by the boat to row the same distance downstream? Now, distance we are given is 56 kilometer. Now, what will be the speed downstream? Speed downstream will be x plus y, that is equal to 36 plus 4. Absolutely, Karthik, very good. So 36 plus 4, that is 40 kilometer per hour. So the time taken will be distance divided by speed, that is 56 divided by 40. Okay. So 56 divided by 40 is how much? 56 divided by 40 is how much? Okay, don't do that. Don't simplify this. Okay. Now this is the number of hours that we have got. Okay. Now if I'll take out common factor, let's say if I take out 8 common, so 7 upon 5 hours, right? Or you can say that if I want to convert it in terms of minutes, so 7 upon 5 hours multiplied by 60, that is 84 minutes, right? 84 minutes should be the answer. Now you have the number of minutes, that is 84. Okay. So 84 minutes, now you can convert it in terms of like hours and minutes. So it will be 1 complete hour and 24 minutes. Okay. So 1 hour 24 minutes will be the final answer of this question. Okay. Anyone having any confusion in any of the steps? No, we cannot say that same distance, same time, because the different speed is there. So they were traveling at different speeds, so we cannot do that. Why multiply by 60? Shelja, this is hours. So to convert hours into minutes, I have multiplied by 60. Okay, so Pooja, after getting 7 by 5 hour, I have converted in terms of minutes by multiplying it by 60. So this came out to be 84 and hence 1 hour 24 minutes. Mari, you're asking how to find out time if in the question it is given in terms of minutes. So Kumari, you can convert minutes into hours or minutes into seconds using the way I have done at the beginning. So the conversion I've already covered. How do you convert 7 by 4? Okay, Kanchana, I'll explain you that. So 1 hour 45 minutes. Okay, that is equal to 60 plus 45 minutes. That is 105 minutes divided by 60. So 105 divided by 60. Upon simplification, this will come out to be 7 by 4. Okay, Sakshi? Understood? Okay. Now, friends, let's move on towards our last topic for the day. So we have time, so we will cover simple equations. Okay. So we'll take another half an hour, 45 minutes for this, and then we will stop for the day and we'll meet again tomorrow. Okay. So simple equations. Now, what do you understand by simple equations? So the equations in which the power of the coefficients is equal to 1 are called simple equations. Okay. So simple equations, they can be in one variable. Okay, there can be two variables, there can be three variables, there can be any number of variables in a simple equation. Okay, the only thing is the power of the variables should be equal to 1. Okay, now knowingly or unknowingly, we have already solved a lot of questions involving simple equations. So when you will look at these type of questions, x minus y equal to 6 and x plus y equal to 8, both these equations were simple equations only. Okay, so now we'll have to look at different ways or different types of questions in which we'll be solving simple equations. Okay, now solving of a simple equation is not difficult. The only problematic part is, the only difficult part is making these simple equations. So you will be given some statements. Okay, you will be given a very long statement. After reading that statement, you will have to convert it in the form of an equation. Once you have the equation, then it will not be difficult to solve those equations. Okay, so first of all, let us understand how to basically solve a given simple equation. Okay, now if I look at simple equation in one variable, so I'll give you an equation. So let's say equation is 2x minus 13 is equal to 24 plus 11x. So here I have only one variable, that is x, and I have to solve for the value of x. So I'll give you 30 seconds. Give me the value of x after solving this linear equation. You can give me an answer in terms of fractions only. Do not write it in terms of decimals. Do not convert. So what we do is we take the variable on one side and constant on the other side. So 2x as it is, 11x will come on the left hand side, so it will become minus 11x. And on the right hand side, I already have 24. So minus 13 will go on the right hand side and it will be added. So 2x minus 11x, that is minus 9x, is equal to 24 plus 13 is 37. So the value of x will be equal to minus 37 upon 9. Okay, so minus 37 upon 9 will be the value of x, right? So this was very simple equation in one variable only. Now let's look at simple equations in two variables. So the equation is 2x plus 3y is equal to 20 and 3x plus 5y is equal to 30. So these are the two equations. Solve these two equations and give me the values of x and y both. So write your answer once you have both these values. So write both these values in a single message. Okay. I'll give you a minute. All right, getting answers from some of you. Now, one simple thing that you can do basically to cross check your answer is whatever values you have got, substitute those values in the equation, okay, and see if the equation is verified or not. So before you post your answer, substitute the values in the equation and check if they are satisfied or not. Okay. Now, what is the method that we use to simplify, to solve the linear equations? Now, we use the elimination method. Elimination method means we can eliminate one of the variables. Okay, एक वेरिएबल को eliminate कर देते हैं. So if I'll eliminate one variable, I will be left with the other variable whose value can be easily calculated. Okay, so I'll try to eliminate variable x. So I'll multiply the first equation by 3 and second equation by 2. So why I'm doing that? Just to make the coefficients of x equal in both the equation. So 3 into 2 is 6, 2 into 3 is also 6. So the first equation will become, I'll multiply the entire equation by 3. So it will become 6x plus 9y is equal to 60. And second equation will become 6x plus 10y is equal to 60. Okay. Now you have these two equations. First equation minus second equation or second equation minus first equation. Okay, you can do anything. So I'll do second equation minus first equation. 6x minus 6x is 0. 10y minus 9y is y. 60 minus 60 is 0. So first of all, I've got the value of y as 0. Okay. Now, after you get the value of one of the variables, let's say I've got the value of y. Now you can substitute this value of y in any one of these two equations. Okay. Anywhere in the first two equations and get the value of the other variable. So 2x plus 3y, the first equation was 2x plus 3y equals 20. So value of y is 0. So 2x plus 3 into 0 is 0 is equal to 20. So the value of x comes out to be 10. Okay. So x is 10 and y is equal to 0. Okay. So that is the final answer. I'll give you one more set of equations. I'll give you one more set of equations, and let's see if all of you can simplify this or not. 4x minus 3y is equal to 15, and 5x plus 2y is equal to 30. Now, Ritika, you are asking how to check the answer. Ritika, y 0, x equal to 10. Substitute in the left hand side in both the equations and check if you are getting the same value on the right hand side or not. Bhimare, put both the values in both the equations. Okay, you're saying minus 20. So minus 20 minus 40. So first equation is satisfied, but it is not satisfying the second equation. So please check before you write anything. Okay, I told you to satisfy both. I told you to check both the equations. Okay. So the answer, the values should satisfy both the equations. Yes, Gia, I can read, but like I don't understand what kind of help you are asking me. Sir, I'm new in this. What should I do? So new in what? Okay, batch. So Gia, if you're new in this batch, you have this is your first class. So like look at talk to the counselor first of all and attend all the lectures of this batch. Okay. Basanti, do not convert the answer in terms of decimal. You can write the answer in terms of fractions only. Please do not write your answer in terms of decimal. Okay? All right, let's start simplifying. Now you can decide to eliminate either of these two variables, either x or y. Okay? So let's eliminate x first of all. I'll multiply the first equation by 5, second equation by 4. So the first equation will become 20x minus 15y is equal to 75. Second equation, 20x plus 8y is equal to 120. Okay, these are the two equations, number 1 and number 2. Now second equation minus first equation, all of you careful, second equation minus first equation. 20x minus 20x will be 0. Then 8y minus 15y. 8y minus 15y. Okay, on the right hand side it will be 120 minus 75, that is 45. Okay, so the value of y or this will be 23y is equal to 45. So value of y is 45 divided by 23. The first thing. Value of y is 45 divided by 45 divided by 23. Muskan, you are getting 135 divided by 69. Okay, this is correct. You can just cancel out 3. Okay, Muskan. So those who have 135 upon 69 or any other value, they can cancel out the common factors to get this answer. Okay. So x is 45 divided by 23. Sorry, y is 45 divided by 23. Now, I will substitute the value of y here in this equation. Okay. So in this equation, I'll substitute the value of y. So 5x plus 2 into 45 upon 23 is equal to 30. So 5x is equal to 30 minus this complete thing will go on the right hand side. So 5x is equal to 30 into 23 is 690, right? 690 minus 90 is 600 divided by 23. So the value of x will be equal to 5 will get cancelled, 120 upon 23. So this is the answer of this equation. So x is equal to 120 upon 23, right? Okay. So friends, these are the ways you can solve simple equations. Now let's have a look at questions one by one. Prabjot, second equation minus the first equation. So 8y minus, in the first equation, I have minus 15. So 8y minus minus 15. That is why I've written it twice. Yes, Gia, there was a 15-minute break in between. Okay. Now Rakesh and Rajesh together bought 10 balls and 10 rackets. So 10 balls and 10 rackets. What is the total money that they have spent? What is the total money that they have spent to buy 10 balls and 10 rackets? 1300 plus 1500, that is 2800. Okay. So I can cancel common factors from both the sides. So ball plus racket 10 cancel kar do is equal to 280. Okay. The cost of one ball and one racket is equal to 280. Next, they are saying that each racket is 3 times the ball. Each racket is 3 times the ball. So now I can put the value of R here in this equation. So B plus R is equal to 3b. So b plus 3b is equal to 280. So 4b is equal to 280. So B will be equal to 70. So the cost of each ball is equal to 70. The cost of each racket will be 3 multiplied 70, that is 210. Now they are asking the cost of racket, so the answer will be option C, that is 210. Okay. No, Shomu, it is not wrong. It is fine. No problem. So you got the value of x as 70. X is ball. Okay. So now get the value of racket from that. Okay. Pooja, I've cancelled 10 from both the sides. 10 cancel kar diya. Okay. Chituri, I've cancelled 10 from both the sides, taking common factor 10 from both sides. Okay. Question number 2. Okay, a lot of you have given same answer. Option A. Okay, Brajneet has given a different answer. Okay, let's check it out. Now, there are 90 questions in total. For every correct, 5 marks. For every wrong, 2 marks are deducted. Okay, so let's assume that the number of correct questions is X and number of wrong questions is Y. Number of correct questions is X, number of wrong questions is Y. So what is the total number of questions? X plus Y will be equal to 90, the first equation. Second equation is for the number of marks. Now the person has scored a total of 387 marks. So for every correct answer, he will get 5 marks. So the total number of marks that he will get because of correct questions will be 5x. Now for every wrong question, 2 marks will be deducted. So minus 2 into y will be equal to 387. So this will be the second equation. 5x minus 2y is equal to 387. All right. So now these are the two equations and you can simplify them. So just multiply the first equation by 2. First equation को 2 से multiply कर देंगे. So I'll get 2x plus 2y is equal to 90. Second equation as it is, 5x minus 2y is equal to 387. Now adding these two equations, 2y will be cancelled. So 7x on the left hand side will be equal to, I'm sorry, yes, yes. So good, good. Some of you are awake in this lecture, Ketan, Sneha, Prajneet. So it will be 180, not 90, but 180. Thank you. So adding these two equations, 7x will be equal to the sum of these two. So 765, 567. So what will be the value of x? What will be the value of x? 567 divided by 7, it will be equal to 81. So 81 will be the value of x. If x is equal to 81, the value of y will be equal to 90 minus 81, that is 9. Okay, so y is equal to 9. Yes, 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 Basanti. Yes, you can. Okay. So Karthik, 2 marks were deducted. It was not added but deducted. Okay. Next question. Alakshay, generally 1 minute. Please take your time. Now, a lot of you have given a correct answer. A vessel full of water weighs 40 kg. So in this case, there will be the weight of empty vessel as well. Let's say the weight of empty vessel is V, and when the vessel is full, the weight of water is W. So when the vessel is full, it is 40 kgs. So weight of empty vessel plus the weight of water is equal to 40 kg. Now, if the vessel is one third filled, so vessel is one third filled, but vessel is present, so weight of vessel plus. Now the water is one third. So water's weight will be W by 3. Okay. And the total weight is 20 kgs. I can do subtraction, first equation minus second equation. So V will get cancelled. W minus W by 3, that is 2W by 3 is equal to 40 minus 20, that is 20. So the value of W or the weight of water will be equal to 30 kgs. Okay, if the weight of water is 30 kgs, substitute the value of W here and get the value of V. The value of V will be 40 minus 30, that is 10 kgs. So the weight of empty vessel is equal to 10 kgs, that is option A. Correct? Okay. Now moving ahead, next question. Now this question came in CSAT 2022. Slightly difficult, slightly lengthy. Bhimare, in one third, the weight of vessel was also included. So it was not the water only, it was including the vessel. All right, Ria, first one to answer. Shelja, Sanjana. Ria, cross check karo. Ria, start from the beginning and follow the process. Okay. So cross check your answer. You will be able to understand if it is right or not. Okay. All right. Now, maximum number of students have given an answer as option D. This is 52. Okay. Chalo, check karte hain. Now, okay, chalo, check karte hain. So, shall I check for 52? So, A has some coins. So, you people are saying that A has 52 coins. Let me check if it is correct or not. And then I'll take the method. I'll look at the method later on. So, A has some coins. He gives half the coins and two more to B. Half the coins, that means 26. And two more, that is 28 coins. So, he has given 28 coins, all right, to B. Now B has 28 coins. Now B gives half the coins and two more to C. So half of this is 14 plus 2, that is 16. C gives half and two more to D. So 16 ka half 8 plus 2, that is 10. The number of coins D has now is the smallest two-digit number. Is 10 the smallest two-digit number? Yes, 10 is the smallest two-digit number. So this is the correct answer. Okay. Now the method that we follow for this, let's say A has X number of coins. So now B will be given half the number of coins plus two coins. Okay, right? Now C will be given half the number of coins that B has. So 1 by 2 of the number of coins that B has plus 2 coins. Okay. So upon simplifying, this will become x by 4 plus 1 plus 2, that is plus 3. Now D was given half the number of coins that C has, that is half of x by 4 plus 3 and 2 extra coins. And this value is given as 10. Okay? This value is given as 10, right? So now calculate the value of x. 2 will go on the right hand side. So half of x plus 4, x by 4 plus 3 is equal to 8. Now 2 will be multiplied on the right hand side. So x by 4 plus 3 will be equal to 16. Okay. Now 3 will be subtracted and then 4 will be multiplied. So x, the value of x will come out to be 52. So 52 is the correct answer of this question. No, Shubham, 68 is not the answer. Ketan, 76 is not the answer. The correct answer is 52. All right. Simple calculation that is in front of you, using which you can calculate your answer. All right. Now let's look at one last question for the day. Five friends PQXYZ purchase some notebooks. The relevant information is given below. Now, number one, Z purchased 8 notebooks more than X. P and Q together purchased 21. Q purchased 5 less than P. X and Y together purchased 28. P purchased 5 more than X. If each notebook is priced 40, then what is the total cost of all the notebooks? All right, Ayush, first one to give an answer. Vasundhara, Kumari, Lakshay, all of you giving same answer. Okay, chali, let's solve this. Now, if you will observe statement 2 and statement 3, both are in the form of P and Q. Okay, so from here, I can make linear equations in two variables. The variables will be P and Q. So first of all, this one is P and Q together have 21. So P plus Q is equal to 21. Okay. Second one has Q purchased 5 less than P. So Q is equal to P minus 5. Is it fine? Q is equal to P minus 5, right? Now what you can do is you can substitute the value of Q here. Okay? You can substitute the value of Q here. So the first equation will become P plus, the value of Q is P minus 5 is equal to 21. So what will be the value of P from here? What will be the value of P? Come on. What will be the value of P from here? Tell me. 2P is equal to 26. Be careful, people. 2P is equal to 26. So P will be equal to 13, not 8. Some of you are giving 8 as your answer. So 2P, 5 will go on the right hand side. 21 plus 5 will be 26. 26 divided by 2 is 13. So P is equal to 13. Now, once we have got the value of P, what will be the value of Q? I'll substitute the value of P here. So value of Q will be P minus 5, 13 minus 5, that is 8. All right. So got the value of Q as well. Right. Now, all of you focus here. Look at statement number 5. P purchased 5 more than X. P purchased 5 more than X. So what will be the value of X? The value of P is 5 more than X. So what will be the value of X? X will be P minus 5, that is 8. All right, perfect. Now go back to the first equation. First equation, Z purchased 8 more than X. Z purchased 8 more than X. Shubham, 8 more than X. So what will be the value of Z? It will be 8 plus X, that is 8 plus 8, that is 16. All right. Finally, fourth equation, X and Y together purchased 28. So if X is 8, what will be the value of Y? Y will be equal to 20. Okay. So these are the number of notebooks purchased. What is the total number of notebooks? Total number of notebooks will be the sum of all these numbers: 20, 28, 36, 52, 65. 65 is the total number of notebooks. Each notebook is priced at rupees 40. So multiplied by 40 will be the total money spent on these notebooks. So this value comes out to be 2600. So 2600, option A. Option A is the correct answer of this question. All right. So that was, I saw that a lot of you have given a correct answer. Some of you were a little careless in solving this question. I don't know, probably you might be tired after 3.5 hours. Okay. Or don't know what, but please be careful while you're solving every question. All right. So friends, that's it from my side from simple equations. Okay, so that's it for simple equations. How y find y. So x plus y is 28. Manam? Nahi. Malikarjun, x plus y is 28. Okay, so the value of x is 8. The value of y will be 28 minus 8, that is 20. So this is how I find the value of y. Okay. All right. So we shall stop here for the day. Thank you, Ria. Thank you very much. We shall stop here for the day. Tomorrow's topics. Okay. So tomorrow's topic, I'll quickly tell you. So we are done with simple equations as well. So tomorrow's topic will be, we start with the problem on ages, permutation, combination, probability, and progressions. So this will be the agenda for tomorrow. All right. And if we'll have time, we will continue further. Okay. So that's it. That's it from my side, my dear friends. Thank you very much. We'll see you again tomorrow. And please make sure that all of you will join tomorrow at the right time at 5 o'clock. Don't be late. Join the lecture at 5 o'clock and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.